Hello everyone, not here today. I'm going to be doing another soda mod review video. Not exactly. Today I'm going to be showing off these 4 incredible mods, data packs, whatever you want to call them, which improve the game of Minecraft. This improves in what Minecraft could have looked like. Now the mods I'm showing off, or data packs I'm showing off in this video, are created by the Stardust team. They've created these 4 amazing data packs. These 4 data packs I'm going to be showing off is Terralift, Newscape, Insidium, and Structory. Each of these data packs changes the way of how Minecraft looks in each of its dimensions. Structory kind of adds these lore hinting lore of buildings and structures in the Minecraft world. For example, you can see right here, all this is from the mod Terralift. The mod looks just absolutely incredible. It's just incredible to kind of fly around. It's going to honestly improve a lot of your experience. This mod data pack kind of adds in a lot of new biomes. It's kind of like it's kind of like the mod the biomes are go and biomes are plenty, but it adds in these biomes with already vanilla existing blocks. So all the blocks you're seeing here are vanilla blocks. None of these are different blocks. Some of these are mostly just texture changes and all. And yeah, with this data pack, it makes everything look so much more beautiful and looks so great. Like, look at all of these ice spikes. Like, these look amazing. These look absolutely incredible. We'll be showing more. I thought we'd just fly around, kind of check out everything. You can see that there's a lot of exposed caves, such as mostly lush caves, as we've seen. Over here is a structory kind of added structure. This is kind of like a ruin, kind of like a little place you can come by. You can find where it's like a little structure that once someone was here. You got chests with some alright stuff in it to help you out. We also got a villager here, a flesherer, and yeah, it's a pretty cool space. You can get some useful stuff from it. And you can kind of start off as a kind of startup base, which I think looks really good. You see, like, how with this data pack, it really works on Minecraft's upgraded terrain and how the height of the new height limit, and so much of these cool areas. I feel like these would be cool as a kind of quality of life update. This mod really improves a lot of the terrain, and it looks just absolutely incredible with everything. It gives Minecraft more life to it than it already kind of is. It gives a lot more to its biomes. It just makes everything look much cooler. Which come on guys, you can't say this does not look cool. Got these kind of biomes here. I'm not gonna go through all the biomes, but I feel like this would make this video way too long. Here's another structure over here. This is a kind of little barn area where you can find a bunch of hay, some horses, help get some free horses. And yeah, I feel it'd be kind of a nice addition. They all kind of give a really nice addition, a lot of like biome, real kind of biome feeling. All of these data packs really work really well with each other, and it gives Minecraft really good looks to it. Got stuff like these kind of mountains where it kind of implements some of the caves kind of blocks. It kind of gives this really interesting look to these. Also, you got this kind of area would look like kind of like a dead area, which looks actually really cool with all the dead coal around. There's another kind of structure over here, I think. But no, I'm wrong. got like these kind of stone pass around and these kind of like boulders, these kind of stone spikes, which I think gives a really nice touch. With these kind of biomes, with this kind of stuff, you're like saying like, how is this kind of like new? How is this kind of vanilla friendly? It's because it's kind of like these grass are kind of like using kind of how, and when you go into a different part of like a world of like a biome, the grass changes. We're just kind of doing the same thing here. I think it's kind of like implemented kind of like a texture pack as well into it. I think it looks really nice. I think we've had enough time in the overworld, so let's move on. It also kind of adds in like uses of slabs, which we don't usually see in normal Minecraft. I think we talked enough about the overworld. Now let's get on to a bit to somewhere new. Let's head over to the Nether, shall we? Now with this data pack, it doesn't do kind of like how this mod, it is kind of similar to the Amplify Nether mod or data pack that you've seen, but instead of them kind of stacking all these biomes on top of each other, which it is kind of doing, what it does is it adds all these new kind of adds all these new biomes into it, which I find it actually pretty cool. Find them actually, if I can find them. So we found out one of the new structures here. As you see here, this is a new structure. Here we are. These are called the pipelands, if I'm not wrong. The pipelands are these kind of sort of pipes with a lot of these kind of these versions of the blades, these sentries. Now these are kind of like village. I think they're like a version of like a village, kind of. Well, maybe not. And you see these areas are kind of really difficult. Have like a lot of enemies, and they're pretty powerful, pretty hard to get through. But you see there are useful loot such as barrels and stuff inside. So yeah, that's one of the new structures within the Nether. Now the Nether is still about the same. Here's one of the new areas. This area is a radioactive area, so you have to have like a hazmat suit to be in this kind of biome, because I think it will just start killing you. You see as phantoms start to spawn here. So if I just go into survival mode, I'd start. Okay, never mind. I think it's just like I'm pretty sure if you're in here for long enough, you just start getting poisoned. I think I'm not fully sure how this biome works, but something like that. I think it's really cool to add in like this kind of area, because you kind of hear what it sounds like because when you're in the Nether, you kind of hear like a bit of what sounds like of like radiation, and it's pretty cool. It's a really cool area to kind of explore. And that's kind of what this data pack does. It just adds in new biomes, new areas to kind of explore when you're in the Nether. Besides the whole boring kind of thing, you know? So another area is kind of something like this. A kind of Here we are is a kind of new area. You see these kind of dead kind of trees and this right here. This is our withered forest. Withered forests are a new biome where they're kind of these withered forests that in these forests mostly withered skeletons will spawn. Now I feel like these kind of biomes are really cool. I think this biome is really cool because it's like it adds a new kind of territory to the that involves the withers. You can see these kind of wisps flying around, such as like souls and that kind of stuff. I like this area because it gives kind of a new territory for the wither skeletons, for like a new kind of thing. Like since like the piglins are mostly around in like most territories of the Nether, it's cool to finally see like a certain territory for the withers, since like it's supposed to be like some kind of like the wither skeletons and the piglins are like some kind of like war, which I think is really cool. It gives a lot to this place. It kind of just gives a more live danger territory. God, dangerous territory. That's it. God. It's really cool. So, and you can also see like these kind of like little islands where it looks like there wants to be lava on here, but then it's all kind of like dried up. Or I don't want to say dried up, but you know what I'm talking about. The warp forests themselves are basically the same. Yeah, these warp forests are the same warp forests. They're not. There's nothing different about these. I think the only thing there is these kind of trees, since you can kind of see them kind of being a bit different. You can see there's also a bit of a crimson forest. Now the crimson forests have not changed either. These are the same crimson forests as well. And also another cool thing is these also add a village. Now all the stuff in the Nether is made by the Insidium mod, which I think is really cool. It adds these kind of villages so you can come to. And also these pillagers, these piglins are actually I thought they were friendly, but I was wrong. They should have been friendly. I thought they were friendly, but I was wrong. But no, you can come to these villages and grab some good loot, which I find really cool. And there's barrels and stuff, so it doesn't because since piglins get triggered when you open up their chests. So it's cool to have these kind of villages. But I feel like it gives more. I feel that was kind of something the other day was kind of lacking, was these actual territories of where the piglins come from. Besides the whole like bastion remnants and everything, I feel like it gives this kind of cool intake to kind of show more life inside, which I find really cool. Moving on. Here's a new biome as well. This biome is called the Weeping Valley. Now this valley is kind of a mix of a soul valley and a warped forest. I feel like it gets cool because it shows a lot of like it kind of gives it a cool kind of like dead kind of feel. It kind of looks like it's like all kind of like guts and stuff like hanging from the ceiling. It kind of gives all this kind of like bone, which kind of looks like teeth when it's like this, which is really cool and really nice detail. It's kind of giving like the kind of hellish idea to the Nether. Another biome right here is the Inferno. The Inferno Dunes. Now this is kind of like a more like a full-on like hot area in the Nether where it's supposed to be like a hellish dimension. Kind of give it the hellish theme. Like got all these blazes here, which could be another good area to find blaze rods. But there is a structure here somewhere. I'm just gonna have to find it. This is gonna come again. I haven't got reporters when they get back. That's good. So yeah, this kind of area gives the kind of idea of kind of using. It kind of gives more of using some of Minecraft's blocks to use on some of the structures, which is really cool. Which I really like. Over here is another area as well. This is the court. Over here is the quartz flats. Now it's kind of more of a. Now this area is supposed to be kind of like a cooling. It's supposed to be like the coldest part of the Nether, like the kind of like a part, like in part, like the part of hell that is like frozen over. And that's kind of what this dimension is supposed to be. It's kind of like a Soul Sand Valley, but like with all this stuff in it, which I find pretty cool. I think this is kind of a cool area because it kind of gives the kind of feel of it being a new kind of area. Also, what's good, mostly in this area, you'll mostly encounter gas. What's good is that these lakes will be frozen over. Now, if you see over here, now you might see this over here. Over here is the Sanctum. Now this area is actually a pretty cool area. Now what's crazy about this area is that it's filled with well, no, this isn't. Never mind. This is not the Sanctum. This is actually a cafe. Now it might be strange on why there's a cafe in the Nether, but that's a question. What's cool about this place? There's a chef, and he's basically able to come here, defeat all these creatures, and run the place. I think this mod kind of gives a great example of like to have like existing build for you and your friends to try out some new stuff, which I think is really cool. Kind of gives us nice kind of cafe kind of thing, which looks pretty cool actually. It just gives more to the structures. And I know it's kind of again the whole like cafe in the Nether is kind of weird, but hey, it looks pretty cool. Over here is what is called the Sanctum. Now, this place is actually really cool, and it does resemble a church. The cool thing about this place is that it's actually run by pillagers and illagers, which is very strange for them to be in the Nether. Which, yes, it is very strange. And what's cool, and it's cool that this place, and it's kind of like this place is a kind of refuge for these pillagers and illagers that have somehow wandered into the Nether dimension. This place is really cool. It's like a full-on church. It also adds in the illusioners, which is pretty cool as well. The place is huge, and you and your friends can take over this place if you want and make this kind of your kind of church for the Nether, which is weird to have, but hey, it's cool. It's cool. I feel that's a nice thing to add. You can see these cool statues and all. And some of these pillagers will also have a very good crossbow they would want to have in your exploration. Because this datapack does add in new items as well. Over here is the Nether Reactor. Now, you might be wondering, is this like from the original thing of what the Nether originally was, which was called which had the same name? No, this is not the same. This is a different kind of thing. It's kind of like it's kind of like a kind of nuclear power plant, kind of those kind of cylinder things. I'm not sure what they're exactly called, but like it's kind of one of those things. It's really cool because it has like this kind of ring around it, which is really cool. Now this isn't a basic delta. I think it kind of overrun it a bit. Now there should also be a bit of a lab next to it, I believe. Yep, down here. I think. Now down here you're able to enter the kind of area which kind of looks like a boss arena, which yeah looks like it. I believe somewhere nearby is a kind of like a lab of some sort. I'm not sure what exactly it is. It's kind of like an area you can go to for it. This might be it here. Yes, this is it. So this is kind of like the Nether Reactor core. This is kind of like where the scientists kind of come in and kind of work on the reactor, which I find really cool. It looks really nice. You also got this guy who is really overpowered, so good luck at finding him. So yeah, with this data pack, it gives a very new risk to the Nether dimension. So I would say watch out. So in the Withered Forest, you can find a ruined lab, which is these big abandoned labs with a lot of withered skeleton scientists in here. You see, they also have some these piglins captured to use for experiments and torture. Here it looks really cool. It's supposed to be like an old experiment facility they had, where they kind of tested on on this stuff. I also got this kind of reactor core here, which is actually really cool. Got this lever, which I don't know what it does, but whatever that was. Which seems to be, it looks like to be a kind of what's it called? A basalt generator. I like the idea of this area. It kind of looks really cool, and you can maybe repurpose for this as a kind of a lab for you and your friends if you want to have a story with this, which I will obviously do with the upcoming MCE series coming up very soon. Another one of these amazing structures is the Forbidden Castle. Now this is a huge castle in the Nether you can find. In here you'll find like absolutely overpowered piglin brutes that you probably do not want to find. Look at them. They have literally elytras. You do not want to mess with these guys. This place is huge and is really cool looking. It is a huge upgrade from the bastions. And just look at this place. This place looks absolutely amazing. Switch to spectator mode here. This one is probably one of the most biggest builds within this. It's probably one of the most biggest builds in this new Nether. Which, if you want to, like again, if you would like to, for you and or your friends would like to do a big challenge, that want to do have a lot more creativity, and have much more of a challenge in these dimensions, well, here you go. This is definitely the thing for you. And look, they got this huge ass Nether portal right here that they're trying to get into the overworld so they can overturn. Maybe maybe a little Easter egg to Minecraft Legends, a game that's coming out pretty soon. Just look at this whole area. This area is huge. Like you got all these stairs, you got this tower, got this watch post. Got up here, you got this other tower right here, which looks absolutely amazing. Look at the top here. This looks cool. You got like a training area over here. All this is really absolutely amazing. Like, this is the first time me seeing this, and this is just absolutely crazy. Like, look at this. This is like a whole like bed area, even though beds don't work in the Nether. So, luckily they're not real. They're not real beds. Like, all of this is just amazing. Like, there's like a whole potion area. Like, it seriously just feels like the piglins are makes it feel like the piglins are gonna be taking over the overworld. It's like, look, like this whole place is just absolutely insane of an area. Like, all of this. You got even prison areas. You got cake. Who doesn't like cake? You got like jail areas, another potion room. It's honestly incredible of how much they've done for this mod, and it's absolutely incredible what their work they've done. It's just, jeez. You got like the main tower here, which looks like a sun. Like I'm getting like Fallen Kingdom vibes, where it was like the whole like so the whole it was like they had the whole like Nether like factory and kingdom. Like, all of this is just absolutely incredible builds. And I gotta give all the credit to the workers who worked on this. They have done so well, and I highly participate you guys to check out these data packs. Like, seriously, like, who doesn't want to check this out? Who doesn't want to try to storm this area? Like, you cannot tell me you do not want to like check this area out. Tell me you do not want to like go in and try to fight these guys. Like, honestly, I probably would die, but I still would check this area. Like, this place is just awesome. Like, really, it's just incredible of how much effort they've put into this build alone, and it surprises me. Right here is the kind of final structure you kind of need to find in the Nether. This one is called the Eternal Altar. this area is a really cool area. In this area, kind of show the diorama of kind of all the different kind of biomes that's in the Nether, which I find really cool. What you basically have to do is you collect. I think you collect a couple of items. You come here, then you fight like this final boss. Find like a final boss, which is really cool, and it's like it gives like a boss to like a full-on boss to the Nether dimension, which I feel it really kind of needed. I feel since like the end dimension has the inner dragon, and this world kind of has the kind of boss that's here. Now, I'm not gonna spoil it because I would like for you guys to come here and try to fight it yourself, and it's really cool to find. And I guess it looks cool as kind of like a bit kind of like a portal spawn area. I think I got like a nope, never mind. I thought there was another side here, but nope, there's not. Yeah, that's kind of all the kind of areas in the Nether I was able to kind of show off. Now we're going on to the next place. I think you all know what that area is. So let's do a quick cut to the next area. Okay, we're down here in the stronghold to lead to the next dimension we gotta deal with. So yeah. I think it's here. It's a creeper there. Ah, there it is. Found it. Alright, so we found it, finally. So yeah. So next dimension we have to deal with now is the end. Okay. Now, let's head on to the next dimension. Let's go! And here we are in the end dimension. As you kind of see, the island is a bit more broken up a bit. So, and before we can get on to the actual, like, really cool stuff on the Nether. So yeah, as you can see, the island is kind of a bit broken up. Which I think gives more of a pretty good feel of kind of what the end kind of is. It's kind of all these rocks. Now, before we actually get on to the actual really cool stuff, we had to deal with this guy. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that guy. We're gonna have to deal with that guy. A very simple technique, actually. Okay, now the dragon is now dead, but we don't want to go back to the overworld. Now, we want to go to the remote gateway, if we can find it. The outskirts of the end island. And there it is. So we want to go through this. And we get traveled to the end islands. Now, I know what you're thinking, this looks exactly the same. But it's not. There's actually a couple new biomes to be found in the end dimension. So let's go look around. Because as you see, the islands are more cracked up and they're more spread about, which I think is what the end needed to kind of look like, where it needs to kind of be more cracked and have more of spaced out and using more of Minecraft's 1.18 update where it uses new height limits. So let's venture around and find some of the new stuff. Here we have found one of the many new biomes to the end dimension. These biomes are called the Shadowlands. Shadowlands are more kind of creepy biome of the end, full of Endermen and I'm pretty sure phantoms. These kind of barrens are kind of withered kind of island, withered versions of kind of islands, shadowed kind of in shadows. As you can see, there are also some dead trees made from coral. And these islands are very cool and seem to be like bone trees, which is also have lots of these kind of spikes around their islands. It's really cool how it gives the kind of effect of a kind of dreaded lands over here. Over here would seem to be another gateway, it seems. Yep, another gateway. You can see there's also some of blackstone and amethyst surrounding some of these islands. Over here is it's an end city. Yeah. A normal end city, nothing crazy about these, nothing new. And ships. You see this one seems to be a very big one as well, a very big end city. This data pack that creates gives this kind of new biomes to the end is called Nullscape. Nullscape gives an update that is very similar to the Nether update that which we're kind of hoping for to be the new 1.20 update, giving End the biomes it needs, which I prefer. Which I think the End really does need some new biomes. I know the End already had its basic update, but I feel like this update similar to this, so it kind of has its kind of overall. Now I'm not fully sure if it is. We're not 100% sure if it is going to be full on another update, another end update. But we can all dream, can we? Now let's keep searching for these new biomes. Here is another biome called Crystal Peaks. Now this biome is actually one of the most cool. I found one to be one of the coolest ones. These are biomes that has these end islands that are like huge with another end city over there. You can see how the island is just huge. It has all these crystals. I find this dimension looks really cool. You have a lot of obsidian, craftsman, all you need. Like the crying obsidian effect, it kind of gives a kind of rain sort of effect, which I think really fits with the end. This place looks absolutely amazing, and it looks so much better. It adds all these kind of amethysts, which looks really cool. Which I like to think is it's not exactly amethyst, but a kind of crystal, an end kind of crystal. I think it looks really cool. I love how it has kind of these. I love the kind of valleys it has that is created. But I think it gives a really well look to the end. I feel like something like this should really be part of the Nether. Really should be part of the end. Another biome that is just right over here is the Void Barrens. Kind of an empty kind of area, which I find really cool looking, which kind of gives a kind of darkness to the end, which I feel like this diagram is supposed to give you the feeling of being alone, being small and alone in this kind of vast new dimensions, vast new world. And I feel like this data pack really achieves that by giving such a very dark appearance to the end dimension, giving these kind of biomes biomes the kind of thing they need, kind of destination. That's gonna do it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you check out these data packs. I'll keep a link in the description where you can go to a website and check out all of these data packs. Check out their Stardust websites to see all this, because again, what they've made is absolutely incredible. I didn't show off everything from Terralift and Structory mod or data pack, but still, I feel like you all should check all this out on your own. Try this out with your friends. Try to add this to your world, to try new challenges and all of that. I feel like this mod really gives that to players in a new look at Minecraft and how their worlds and dimensions can look. I feel that's what kind of Minecraft kind of needs. Not saying Minecraft isn't perfect. Minecraft is a great game. It has inspired me to do a lot on YouTube, and I'm just saying there could be a lot more they could add, would make it much more great. And what makes it much better is the community who makes awesome stuff like this, which is absolutely incredible. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, hit the subscribe button. There should be a video and a playlist on screen right now. I suggest you check those two out, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.